this woman not only as a mother, but as an actress, and not only as an actress, but as an artist.
Few actors from the past or present have embodied the otherworldly aura of a movie star quite like Sophia Loren. The tall, dark, and stunning Italian actress is the definition of Hollywood royalty. But her life was no fairy tale. From her harrowing childhood to her complicated love life, there were incredible secrets behind Sophia Loren's sultry smile. Now, at the age of 89, Sophia Loren's son has finally come forward to disclose what many have long suspected. She has royal blood. Sophia Loren's upbringing may evoke images of luxury and opulence, given her regal Italian heritage, but her early years were far from glamorous. Born as Sofia Costanza Brigida Villani Ciccolone in 1934, she entered the world with aristocratic lineage coursing through her veins. However, the reality of her family life was starkly different from the fairy tale one might expect. Despite her father's noble ancestry, by the time Sophia was born, he had transitioned into a humble construction engineer with little to offer his family in terms of financial stability or emotional support. Riccardo Ciccolone's abandonment of his wife, Romilda Villani, and their daughter Sophia left them to fend for themselves, grappling with the harsh realities of life without paternal guidance or assistance. Sophia Loren's encounters with her father were scarce, limited to just 3 fleeting moments throughout her entire existence. Navigating her formative years without the presence of her father proved to be a significant challenge for Sophia. The absence of paternal support weighed heavily on her and contributed to the emotional hardship she endured during her childhood. Despite her eventual ascent to stardom, Sophia's early years were marked by adversity and resilience as she persevered through the trials of a fractured family dynamic. He cut them out of his life. Sophia Loren's family dynamics continued to unravel with the arrival of her younger sister, Maria, in 1938. However, far from fostering a sense of familial unity, the addition of another child only exacerbated her father's cruelty. While Sophia was able to inherit her father's last name, Maria faced a harsher fate. Her father outright denied her paternity, refusing to acknowledge her as his own daughter. It was a heart-wrenching situation for the family, with Sophia ultimately resorting to paying her father just to recognize Maria and permit her to bear his surname. Despite the challenges posed by her fractured family life, Sophia's childhood was further marred by the cruelty of her peers. Growing up in the impoverished outskirts of Naples, amidst one of the poorest regions in Italy at the time, Sophia's slender frame and towering stature made her an easy target for ridicule. Taunted by the neighborhood children, she endured relentless teasing and earned the hurtful nickname, the Toothpick. However, Sophia's resilience and determination would soon prove her detractors wrong. Despite the hardships she faced, she refused to be defined by the cruel monikers hurled her way. Instead, she channeled her experiences into fuel for her ambitions. She got noticed. At the tender age of 15, Sophia Ciccolone experienced a fateful turning point that would alter the course of her life forever. It was a sweltering summer day in Rome, and like any typical teenager, Sophia and her friends were on the lookout for excitement. Their quest for entertainment led them to the Miss Italia pageant, a glamorous event that promised to captivate their attention. As Sophia and her friends settled at a table, little did she know that destiny was about to come knocking. A stranger approached their table, bearing a note addressed to her. The sender was none other than Carlo Ponti, an esteemed judge presiding over the pageant. Intrigued by Sophia's ethereal beauty and poise, Ponti was compelled to extend an invitation for her to participate in the contest. For most young girls, such unexpected attention from an older, unfamiliar man would have evoked feelings of apprehension or fear. However, Sophia Ciccolone was no ordinary teenager. Raised on her mother's unwavering belief in her innate star quality, Sophia possessed a sense of self-assurance and determination that set her apart from her peers. Encouraged by her mother's steadfast conviction in her potential, Sophia embraced the opportunity presented by Ponti as a chance to showcase her talent and charm on a grand stage. Little did Sophia know that seemingly innocuous note would mark the beginning of her transformation into the iconic figure known as Sophia Loren. With unwavering confidence and a fierce determination to fulfill her mother's prophecy, Sophia embarked on a journey that would propel her from humble beginnings to international acclaim. She won Miss Elegance. At just 15 years old, Sophia Ciccoloni stepped onto the stage of the 1950 Miss Italia pageant under the alias Sophia Lazzaro, with no prior experience in the world of beauty pageants. Yet for someone destined to become Sophia Loren, experience seemed unnecessary. Despite her novice status, she clinched the title of Miss Elegance, a remarkable feat for a teenage newcomer. However, her success at the beauty pageant was merely the first chapter in a story destined for greatness. Carlo Ponti, the influential judge who had recognized her potential at the pageant, wasted no time in leveraging his influence to propel Loren's career forward. As a prominent film producer, Ponti swiftly cast Sophia Lazzaro in several of his productions, recognizing her raw talent and captivating presence on screen. Not content with her given name, Ponti orchestrated a second transformation for the budding starlet, christening her with the iconic moniker Sophia Loren. With Ponti as her mentor and guide, Sophia Loren's star ascended rapidly in the world of cinema. Yet, behind the glitz and glamour of her burgeoning career, lurked the complexities of her relationship with Ponti. While Loren maintained that their initial interactions were purely professional and friendly, their bond soon evolved into something more intimate as she blossomed into womanhood. Despite the significant age gap between them, their connection deepened, transcending mere physical attraction to encompass a profound emotional bond. For Sophia Loren, Ponti represented not only a lover, but also a guiding force and confidant. Sophia Loren saw a future with Ponti, but it wouldn't come as easy as she hoped. She wanted one thing above all else. Sophia Loren's yearning for a stable, loving family stemmed from the void left by her father's abandonment. Determined to create the familial harmony she had always craved, Sophia envisioned a life with Carlo Ponti filled with domestic bliss and unconditional love. However, her dreams collided with reality when she learned of Ponti's marital status. He was not only 2 decades her senior, but also married with children. Despite the emotional complexities of their relationship, Sophia remained undeterred in her pursuit of happiness. The revelation that Ponti was married added another layer of complexity to their romance, particularly in a conservative Catholic society where divorce was strictly prohibited. The prospect of realizing her dream of a legitimate family with Ponti seemed increasingly remote, overshadowed by the societal constraints that bound them. Despite the legal and moral obstacles, Sophia's devotion to Ponti remained steadfast, fueling her unwavering commitment to their love. As Sophia grappled with the complexities of her personal life, she channeled her passion and resilience into her professional endeavors. Determined to carve out her own path to success, Sophia immersed herself in her craft, working tirelessly to hone her skills and establish her reputation as a formidable talent in the film industry. Between 1950 and 1955, she appeared in an impressive 35 films, showcasing her versatility and dedication to her craft. However, beneath her outward success lay the toll of an exhaustive schedule, as Sophia grappled with the physical and emotional demands of her burgeoning career. She had panic attacks. One fateful night, Sophia Loren was struck by a sudden and terrifying inability to breathe, sending her into a panic. Convinced that she was suffering from a severe medical ailment such as asthma or pneumonia, she rushed to her doctor in a state of distress. However, to her relief and surprise, the diagnosis was not a physical ailment, but rather a panic attack, a manifestation of the overwhelming stress and anxiety that had accumulated from her hectic schedule. This harrowing experience served as a wake-up call for Sophia, prompting her to reevaluate her priorities and adopt a slower pace in her professional endeavors. Consequently, she made the conscious decision to scale back her workload, recognizing the detrimental impact that excessive stress and overwork could have on her well-being. However, the source of Sophia's stress extended beyond her demanding career, encompassing the complexities of her personal life and romantic entanglements. In the midst of her meteoric rise to fame, Sophia found solace and companionship in the arms of Carlo Ponti, the enigmatic film producer who had played a pivotal role in shaping her career. Their relationship transcended mere physical attraction, evolving into a profound emotional bond characterized by mutual admiration and affection. For Sophia, Ponti became a source of unconditional love and guidance, filling the void left by her absent father and providing the stability and support she had always yearned for. Likewise, Ponti regarded Sophia with reverence and adoration, recognizing her as a luminous talent destined for greatness. To him, Sophia was not just a lover, but a celestial being, a rare gem whose brilliance illuminated the darkest corners of his world. Together, they found completeness and fulfillment in each other's presence, forging a connection that defied societal norms and conventions. Yet, despite the depth of their love and devotion, Ponti and Sophia's relationship was not immune to controversy and scrutiny. Her mother had doubts about him. At the tender age of 19, Sophia Loren found herself at a crossroads when Carlo Ponti, despite still being married, presented her with a ring, a symbolic gesture that spoke volumes about the depth of their connection. Filled with elation, Sophia rushed home to share the news with her mother, only to be met with understandable concern and skepticism. After all, Carlo Ponti was nearly twice her age, married, and a father of two, a situation that would raise eyebrows in any context. Despite her mother's apprehensions, Sophia remained undeterred in her pursuit of love and happiness. Having already made waves in the Italian film industry since the age of 16, Sophia's allure and talent had captured the attention of Hollywood's elite. With her captivating presence and undeniable charisma, she quickly became the object of desire for studio executives vying to secure her talents. In a whirlwind turn of events, Paramount Pictures emerged as the victor, offering Sophia a lucrative 5-picture deal, a golden opportunity that beckoned her to the glitz and glamour of Tinseltown. As Sophia embarked on her journey to Hollywood, she braced herself for the overwhelming reception that awaited her, a reception that would forever shape the trajectory of her career and solidify her status as a cinematic icon. They threw her a party. In true Hollywood fashion, Paramount pulled out all the stops to celebrate the arrival of the captivating Italian actress, Sophia Loren, in America. The atmosphere must have felt surreal for Loren, a star-studded affair where Hollywood's finest gathered to extend a warm welcome to the newcomer. As she mingled amidst the glittering crowd, she found herself face-to-face with familiar faces from the silver screen, now standing before her in the flesh. However, the soiree took an unexpected turn when a late arrival stole the spotlight. Jane Mansfield sauntered into the party, drawing all eyes with her daring fashion choice. Loren couldn't help but shoot a curious glance at Mansfield's ensemble, a moment immortalized by a quick-thinking photographer. Little did Loren know, this fleeting interaction would become etched in Hollywood lore, capturing the essence of a momentous occasion. Amidst the glitz and glamour of Hollywood's elite, Sophia Loren not only witnessed a spectacle, but also realized a lifelong dream, one that surpassed the silver screen and materialized into a dazzling reality. He got a Mexican divorce. Hollywood sits not too far from the border of Mexico, where divorce laws are notably lenient. Taking advantage of this, Carlo Ponti wasted no time in seeking a divorce from his first wife shortly after their arrival in America. In a swift maneuver, he also entered into a proxy marriage with Sophia Loren. It seemed like the perfect solution to their predicament, offering Loren the chance to fulfill her long-held desire for a legitimate family. However, as is often the case, reality had other plans in store. The euphoria of their newfound marital status was short-lived. In a cruel twist of fate, Ponti received distressing news shortly after finalizing the divorce proceedings. It turned out that their attempt to circumvent Italy's strict divorce laws had backfired spectacularly. Their hopes for a fresh start were dashed when Ponti learned that both he and Loren were now considered fugitives in their own homeland. The Italian authorities made it abundantly clear that if they ever set foot on Italian soil again, they would face immediate arrest. Ponti faced the prospect of being charged with bigamy, while Loren was threatened with accusations of concubinage. The absurdity of their situation forced Loren to live a double life, concealing her true marital status and enduring the weight of legal repercussions hanging over their heads for years to come. She had to live a lie. Sophia Loren's heart beat for Carlo Ponti, but their love was a closely guarded secret. Even when they briefly returned to Italy, they had to keep their relationship hidden. After relocating abroad and eventually marrying in France, they continued to conceal their union to avoid repercussions back home. Eventually, they even annulled their marriage out of fear. Despite her devotion to Ponti, Loren found herself in a state of emotional limbo. Amidst the glamour of Hollywood, she encountered other influential figures, including Frank Sinatra and Cary Grant. Sinatra left a favorable impression with his charm and warmth, while Grant's demeanor was less than welcoming. However, in the interconnected world of Hollywood, chance encounters were inevitable, and Loren would cross paths with Grant once more. She became a movie star. Coming from humble beginnings in Naples, Hollywood initially seemed daunting for Sophia Loren. However, her talent and beauty quickly captivated the industry. Signing a lucrative 5-picture deal with Paramount catapulted her to fame, and within a few short years, she became a household name, establishing herself as an international film star. Yet Loren's ambition didn't stop there. She aspired to be the biggest actress in the world. Throughout the 1950s and into the 1960s, Loren's star continued to ascend. Appearing in films both in Europe and America, she garnered widespread adoration from audiences worldwide. In 1964, her career reached new heights when she received an unprecedented $1 million paycheck for her role in The Fall of the Roman Empire. At last, Loren had achieved the stardom her mother and Ponti had always envisioned for her. However, fame came with its own set of challenges and complexities. She suffered in silence. Sophia Loren's journey to fame and fortune didn't shield her from life's challenges. Among her most heart-wrenching struggles was her inability to carry a child to term. Despite conceiving multiple times, she faced the anguish of miscarriages each time. To compound her grief, tabloids seized upon her personal struggles, spinning wild speculations about her tumultuous pregnancies. However, the invasive scrutiny didn't stop there. When not sensationalizing her reproductive woes, tabloids delved into Loren's complex marital history, tax issues, and even rumored affairs with Hollywood icons like Cary Grant. Like many actresses of her time, Loren found herself navigating the relentless invasion of her privacy, enduring constant intrusions into her deeply personal matters, and contending with challenging co-stars along the way. She met a true superstar. In 1960, Sophia Loren had the opportunity of a lifetime to co-star with Hollywood legend Clark Gable. Initially starstruck, Loren's admiration quickly faded as she discovered Gable's less-than-ideal work ethic. Despite a promising start on the first day of shooting, Gable abruptly called it quits at 5 p.m., leaving Loren and the crew in disbelief. While Loren chalked it up to a prior commitment, it soon became evident that Gable's punctuality was more about his own convenience than professionalism. His early exits became routine, a stark contrast to Loren's dedicated approach to her craft. However, Gable's behavior paled in comparison to another Hollywood heavyweight, Marlon Brando. Brando's introduction to Loren was far from cordial. Upon entering her dressing room at Paramount Studios, Brando callously criticized the artwork adorning her walls, suggesting she seek psychiatric help. This abrasive encounter set the tone for their professional relationship, marking just the beginning of Loren's challenging experiences with her co-stars. He had wandering hands. Marlon Brando's lack of boundaries extended beyond physical contact, as Sophia Loren discovered during their time on set. Before a scene, Brando brazenly approached Loren and began stroking her back, despite her clear discomfort. When she voiced her objection, Brando disregarded her boundaries and repeated the gesture once filming commenced. Loren, unyielding in her resolve, shot him a fierce glare and warned that she'd slap him if he persisted. Did Brando heed her warning? Loren's threat didn't deter Brando, who, like many men of old Hollywood, struggled with accepting rejection. Ignoring her words, he proceeded to place both hands on her shoulders, prompting Loren to erupt in fury. With a fire in her eyes, she unleashed a tirade, asserting her boundaries with unwavering conviction. "Don't you ever dare to do that again! Never again!" Remarkably, Brando complied, but their strained working relationship only deteriorated further. Brando's petty behavior didn't stop at physical boundaries. He resorted to disparaging remarks behind Loren's back. In a particularly low blow, he criticized her breath, attributing it to her Italian diet and likening it to a dinosaur's. Such childish antics from an esteemed leading man only exacerbated the tension between them. As the filming progressed, their animosity reached its peak, culminating in a pivotal scene: the anticipated on-screen kiss. Brando, ever the provocateur, couldn't resist the opportunity to rile Loren further. Their kiss scene was miserable. Kissing scenes can be uncomfortable even for seasoned actors. Imagine having to lock lips with a colleague while surrounded by cameras, lights, and a crew of onlookers. It's hardly a romantic setting. Unfortunately for Sophia Loren, Marlon Brando seemed determined to make the experience even more unpleasant. Following their first on-screen kiss, Loren approached the crew in frustration, revealing Brando's unsettling whisper in her ear. A crude comment about her supposed nose hairs. Needless to say, the romantic ambiance was shattered, leading to multiple retakes under increasingly strained circumstances. As if the verbal jabs weren't enough, Brando escalated his antagonistic behavior during the third take. Seemingly dissatisfied with mere insults, he resorted to physical aggression. With a shocking display of force, Brando bit down on Loren's lip so forcefully that it drew blood, an act of aggression that left both Loren and the crew stunned. Predictably, the tumultuous experience soured any potential future collaborations between the two actors. Yet, even amidst the distress caused by Brando's antics, Loren's professional trials were far from over. In fact, her encounter with Brando pales in comparison to the unsettling behavior exhibited by another co-star, Peter Sellers. Peter Sellers had to meet her. When Sophia Loren signed on to star in the 1960 film The Millionairess, little did she know she was about to encounter the unsettling behavior of her co-star, Peter Sellers. At the time of casting, the studio had yet to secure the male lead, and when Sellers learned that Loren was involved, he suddenly became eager to participate. Despite his initial disinterest in acting alongside romantic and glamorous women, Sellers saw an opportunity he couldn't resist: the chance to work with Loren, whom he admired greatly. For Loren, who was still in her mid-20s at the time, the prospect of collaborating with such a renowned star must have been exciting. However, her excitement quickly turned to discomfort as Sellers's behavior took a disturbing turn during filming. While they initially got along well on set, Loren believed their relationship to be purely professional. Unfortunately, Sellers's feelings for her proved to be anything but platonic. As filming progressed, Sellers's infatuation with Loren intensified to the point where he could no longer contain his emotions. During a night out in the company of Loren and his wife, Sellers openly professed his love for Loren, leaving everyone present feeling awkward and uneasy. The situation was undoubtedly uncomfortable for Loren, who found herself at the center of Sellers's obsession. This couldn't end well. He brought his kids into it. Throughout her time working with Peter Sellers, Sophia Loren made it clear that she harbored no romantic feelings for him, yet Sellers persisted in his pursuit of her. His behavior crossed boundaries, even extending to inappropriate discussions with his own son about divorcing his mother. It was a distressing situation for Loren, who found herself repeatedly rebuffing Sellers's advances despite her lack of interest in him romantically. Decades later, the true nature of the relationship between Sophia Loren and Peter Sellers remains shrouded in mystery. Various accounts from Sellers's friends and associates provide conflicting narratives, with some suggesting a physical relationship between the two, while others maintain that they were merely close friends. Even Sellers's wife was left in the dark about the reality of their connection. The ambiguity surrounding their relationship persists to this day, with no definitive answers emerging. Loren has consistently denied any romantic involvement with Sellers, asserting that their relationship was purely professional. However, the rumors and speculations surrounding their interactions continue to intrigue and puzzle observers. While the dynamics between Loren and Sellers may remain unresolved, Loren's relationship with Cary Grant presents another intriguing chapter in her life, one marked by its own complexities and ambiguities. Cary Grant was bad at flirting. Sophia Loren's initial encounter with Cary Grant at the Hollywood party was less than impressive. Grant's tardiness and tactless comment about Italian names left her questioning her anticipation of meeting the charming screen icon. However, as they continued to work together, their relationship took an unexpected turn. Their meeting occurred during a tumultuous period in both of their lives. Grant was navigating a difficult third marriage, while Loren's relationship with Carlo Ponti faced legal uncertainties. Despite these challenges, their professional collaboration provided opportunities for them to grow closer. Their on-screen chemistry blossomed during the filming of The Pride and the Passion in 1957. Despite their rocky start, Loren found herself drawn to Grant's vulnerability as he shared personal details with her, including his darkest secret. This newfound intimacy between them transcended their initial impressions, leading to a deeper connection that neither had anticipated. He revealed his secret pain. Hollywood celebrities often guard their personal lives closely to maintain a semblance of normalcy, but Cary Grant felt comfortable confiding in Sophia Loren. He shared a shocking revelation with her. His father had committed his mother to a mental institution, deceiving the family into believing she was dead. Loren was taken aback by Grant's candor and felt fortunate to have such an intimate connection with him. However, their burgeoning bond took a complicated turn when it came to Grant's marriage to Betsy Drake. Drake, a screenwriter, had penned a film for herself to star alongside her husband in Houseboat. Hoping it might rejuvenate their relationship, she included Grant in the project. Yet Grant had different plans. He pushed for the studio to rewrite Drake's role, replacing her with Loren, his newfound confidant and love interest. Grant's maneuver was morally questionable, and it ultimately led to disastrous consequences, tarnishing relationships and causing unforeseen complications. He popped the question. Sophia Loren found herself in a whirlwind of emotions at just 22 years old when her relationship with Cary Grant took an unexpected turn. While she was deeply in love with Carlo Ponti, uncertainties loomed over their future together. On the other hand, Cary Grant, at 52 and already in his third marriage, added another layer of complexity to the situation. Then Grant threw a curveball that made everything even more tangled. During a somber dinner, he dropped the bombshell question, "Will you marry me?" Loren's response was one of confusion and hesitation. "I don't know," she replied, torn between the two men vying for her affection. The following day, as she embarked on a trip to Greece for a film shoot, she encountered another surprise. Waiting for her upon arrival was a bouquet of roses, accompanied by a note in pale blue ink, bearing the simple yet poignant words, "With only happy thoughts." Curious and perhaps apprehensive, Loren unfolded the letter to reveal its contents, bracing herself for what lay within. He prayed for her. Cary Grant was known for his penchant for grand romantic gestures, and his courtship with Loren was no exception. He often indulged in lavish displays of affection, such as sending hundreds of flowers to her room. However, on this occasion, the gesture was more subdued. A single bouquet accompanied by a note that carried a tone of apology and reflection. It read, "Forgive me, dear girl. I press you too much. Pray, and I will do the same. Until next week. Goodbye, Sophia Cary." With this note in hand, Sophia Loren found herself facing a weighty decision. In Cary Grant, Loren saw a man who embodied the epitome of charm and romance. He was not only a Hollywood star, but also someone she described as wonderful, charming, handsome, and very romantic. Grant spared no effort in showering her with gifts, flowers, and declarations of love. Moreover, he expressed his desire for her to become his wife, potentially offering her the opportunity to fulfill her long-held dream of having a legitimate family. Yet, beneath the surface of this fairy tale romance lay complexities and uncertainties that Loren couldn't ignore. She knew there would be consequences. Loren wasn't simply choosing between Grant and some deadbeat. She still had Ponti, who loved and supported her, and he was Italian. Additionally, there were other factors to consider. Both Loren and Grant were married when they got together, and Loren had witnessed how the press treated divorced women, having seen the tabloids criticize Ingrid Bergman for divorcing her husband. Could Loren take that risk to be with Grant? She made her choice. Ultimately, Loren knew in her heart which decision she had to make. Carlo was Italian. He belonged to my world. I know it was the right thing to do for me. After sorting out the legality of their marriage, they would remain happily together until Ponti's passing in 2007. However, Loren couldn't fully enjoy her happily ever after just yet. She still had to see Grant every single day. They still had to see each other. Do you remember how Cary Grant had the female lead in Houseboat rewritten for Loren? Well, now it was time for him to face the consequences. Loren ended their relationship and stayed with Ponti, making things painfully awkward on set. Grant still held on to hope that Loren would change her mind and come back to him, but that day never arrived. Loren and Ponti officially tied the knot in 1966. However, at least some stories have happy endings. Grant and Loren remained close friends, and Grant even sent his congratulations when Loren and Ponti had children. As the years went by, Sophia Loren's stardom continued to rise. Initially, she was an exciting new actress. Then, she became a movie star and a sex symbol. By the 1980s, she transcended yet again, reaching iconic status. She released the first of many biographies, turned her life story into a biopic where she played both herself and her mother, and even launched her own perfume, the first female celebrity to do so. There's a reason why Sophia Loren still exudes a mystique that no other star, past or present, has matched. All her contemporaries have one big disadvantage. They're not Sophia Loren.